Hi, I'm Dina, and I've been a chef for over a decade. I love cooking for everyone, especially my husband and 2 young kids.
And I'm Barrett, and I'm a man-child still figuring out how to take care of myself.
And we're becoming foodies.
Hey guys, welcome to the show that we are doing. I'd just like to point out that Dina got upset at me for wearing not nice clothes, and now look at what's... anyways, I'm ready for a day at the office, and she's ready to go to the beach. So, anyways, judge as you will. But anyhow, let's... So what are we cooking today, Dina?
We have a really amazing lentil and veggie soup.
Oh, yeah, vegetables and lentils. Soup is like another kind of, it's a warm smoothie, as I like to say.
There you go.
That's what I tell all my friends, so there you go.
Soup, the next smoothie.
Yeah.
So first thing we've got to do to get started is get all our veggies prepped and ready to go. So what I always like to do before I get started is I get an empty bowl just so I can put all my veggie scraps straight into this, so I'm not making a mess all over the counter. What we're gonna be using today is we have onion, carrot, and celery. The fancy French term in the culinary world for onion, carrot, celery. Have you heard of it before?
Yeah, a little charcuterie.
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Although it does sound very French and fancy.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, those are cured meats. Mirepoix.
Oh, okay.
Mirepoix.
I was like, cured meats isn't a French word.
No, charcuterie.
Yeah,
you said.
Oh, I see. You're doing that. Oh.
I was just telling you what it meant.
Well, yeah, I mean, I knew
I don't
that.
actually know if that's even French.
Le charcuterie?
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like it.
Oh, yeah, it definitely
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm Canadian, so I know these things.
And I'm American, so I wouldn't.
That's okay.
Different.
Yeah, I can teach you some things.
Yeah.
So,
Good.
about Canada.
We're starting out with onion, carrot, celery. We also have some garlic cloves, some potatoes, some kale, and then of course the lentils for our lentil soup. Our base for the soup today is gonna actually be a chicken broth that we made in the previous episode, but you can easily make this into a vegan or vegetarian soup by using, instead of chicken broth, you can replace it with a veggie broth. When you're preparing vegetables for soup, it's very important for you to keep in mind that you're going to want a bite of all this yummy goodness on one spoonful.
I think, a little bit too much, right?
Yeah.
Might not be a professional chef, but when it comes to knives, I've been in lots of trade shows, and we're in. Okay.
So what I do is I like to just take my knife and run it down the middle. You're really becoming a foodie.
That's right. Watch out, everybody.
You're very strong, and that's really crushed. We'll have to barely cut it now. That's great. Kind of just like roughly chop through it.
Yeah, you're pretty good with a knife. I mean, I could show you a few things, but...
So we've gotten these 3 vegetables, our mirepoix, the onion, celery, carrot, ready, and we're gonna start getting it on the stove. Let's dump this in.
Okay.
Got our veggies here. Here, use the wooden spoon.
Some nice smells already coming from this.
Yeah. So our veggies, our onion, celery, carrots starting to simmer a little bit. We're gonna add our garlic and our dry herbs. So the dry herbs you always want to add while you're sauteing the veggies. If you add them later on in the soup, they're just gonna stay dry tasting.
Oh, no.
That's
no,
not
I don't
good.
like that.
No. You can either dump it into your hand or into a dish. Don't dump it straight into the pot, because if you do, the steam that's rising from what's cooking is going to get moisture into your dry herbs. And then this way you can kind of visualize better too about how much you want to add. You just rub your hands together like that. And then your hand smells like basil all day.
Oh, baby. How's that?
That's good. We're adding it so early on that there will be plenty of time for the thyme to cook down and not be dry.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So
I like that. That was lovely. Okay.
Go ahead and... You didn't do the thing. But it's okay. It'll still taste fine. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
I'm sorry.
Just stir it
I'm
in.
sorry.
No, just stir it in. So you can see that there's some caramelizing starting to happen on the bottom of that pan. So we're gonna turn the heat down a little bit.
We don't want the caramelizing.
We
this
do,
time.
we just don't want it to start burning. So with the dry herbs and with the garlic especially, garlic is very easy to burn, so you just don't want that to happen. So next step is we're gonna get our potatoes diced up, same size, and we're gonna add those to the pot. So this is the chicken broth we're gonna use, and we have some bits of caramelization happening on the bottom of the pan here. So we're going to use this chicken broth, or you could use water. Just do a little splash. And we're gonna use that to kind of take all those brown bits up off the bottom of the pan. So now all that yummy caramelization flavor is gonna be inside our soup. All right, so our potatoes have been added for about 2 minutes and they're just starting to soften a little bit, but potatoes take a little while to cook. So we're actually going to now add all of our chicken broth, about 4 to 5 cups. So go ahead and add that whole jar, Barrett. We're gonna bring this up to a simmer, and then we're gonna add our lentils. So today we're using green lentils, but you can use any kind. We're gonna be simmering ours for about 20 minutes. So we have simmered our soup now for about 15 to 20 minutes. And now we're going to add the kale. You can use any dark leafy green for this. And what's beautiful about this soup in general is that you can really use any vegetable. You could use sweet potato, turnips, whatever you have on hand. It's very versatile. We're gonna take this thick core out of the leaf because it's not pleasant to chew. So that's it. Just wanna chop it up nice and small. So you're just gonna kind of take it all together, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Kale's all chopped up and it's ready to be added to the soup. Just dump it all in.
Okay. Oh yeah, I should be cool.
Scoop it.
Yeah.
So give that a good stir, and then it'll just take a couple of minutes for those leaves to really wilt down. You always want to add some kind of acid when you're cooking, so you could use vinegar or citrus. And then we might not need it, but I always like to have a little bit of something sweet on hand. So I've gotten a little bit of maple syrup here. We can add a little bit of this maple syrup to balance out those flavors.
Cool.
That's good. The kale is close but not quite done, but we can go ahead and start tasting the base of the soup, the brothy part, to see where our flavor is at, to see if we want to add anything else. If they're not
it tastes really sweet right now.
Yeah, I don't think it needs any maple syrup for sure. Definitely some more salt, and we could add some more lemon too.
Okay. Okay.
Well, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
You gave us some healthy portions there.
I was... yeah, should we dump some back in? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Okay.
Hey.
Oh my god.
I know, it's really...
It's super hot. Okay.
Okay.
Not so hot anymore.
I feel like with the lentils too, it just feels like really hearty and satisfying. And so even though it's mostly veggies, because we use the chicken broth also, it's actually gonna be really filling and something like you won't feel like you need anything extra after this.
This is a comfort meal. I'll tell you what, you know, my mom would make stuff like this, and I had no idea like how to make something like this before, but it's actually not too difficult. And even while doing this, I was kind of like, you know, the process is actually somewhat enjoyable. So thank you, Gina, once again.
Well, now you know, you've learned a little bit about layering flavors and flavor depth. And those are just fancy ways of saying, as the cooking goes, it's changing and developing all those yummy elements. Enjoy some of this delicious lentil soup at home, whether you like it like this or pureed up. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
And thank you for becoming foodies.
If you'd like to see more, just click right here to subscribe, and don't forget to like the video. And well, I think that's all the things that you have to do. So yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys next time.